wanted to go that way. So you're saying that he backed the Kroenke, but he didn't give it to the Kroenkes. How does that make sense?
And then when Kroenke's got the full ownership, that's where you saw a bit more investment, whether I rate them or not. So madness. I still don't know how we got here, but shit, yeah. Fucking hell, Hooks, mate. Fucking hell. I can't lie, yeah. You know what? Since we're on this, do you not think if Usmanov bought our club, do you not think we win the champs and we're in a completely different hemisphere?
The only problem with Usmanov is them lot had some big political thing with Russia.
It could have been done dirty for that.
There's some madness in Russia where all their assets got frozen and all of that was mad over there. What Usmanov got involved in. So that's the reason why a lot of people didn't want all of that involved. You don't want like what people class as blood money or dirty money involved in your club. You get it? Because next thing you know, you're involved in all time. Look at what happened to Abramovich. The club, if it weren't for the Clear Lake and that, they could have been relegated. They could be their assets are frozen, bruv. Nothing to do with football, you know. This is outside. Right. Assets were frozen, bro.
We probably would have won things because we would have had more investment.
Putin don't play about with all of that stuff. You get me? You can't be spending money on football clubs and not war. You're not on all that.
It's fact.
You get me? No, I'm being serious. I'm being deadly serious. You ain't on all of that, bro. You're paying hundreds of millions on your football club. You better
check in.
Big dough into, bruv. You gotta pay money on war, fam.
Just like Abramovich, you have to check in. You have to do this thing properly.
But Abramovich is cool with them, man. You get me?
Because he plays his part. I bet you if he said, "No, I'm not doing certain things," certain things are gonna happen to him.
Come on, man. You gotta be serious. Them man are serious guys. Them man are not half-hearts. They're not jokers. So you have to be careful who you say. But Usmanov would have been splashing the cafe. It would have been another Abramovich splashing the cafe there and everywhere, and it would have been like that, innit? But it would have been chaotic. Look what he did at Everton. He was splashing and man are splashing the cash. He would every left, right, and centre, bro.
Yeah, we probably wouldn't be doing the self-financing model thing that we're on, but I reckon we could have won a champs, or we probably would have mimicked the Chelsea model, innit?
Maybe. Never know, but we would have had hiring, firing managers as well.
Yeah,
we would have had.
I don't even think Wenger would have spent the bread.
You see the Chelsea chairman when he was giving like players like money elsewhere and like putting it in their accounts elsewhere. Bro, don't you think that's pressure from the higher ups? That, yo, you better win. Like, and then that puts pressure on him to be like, bro, I need to give these lot more incentive to actually win. Do you get what I'm saying? Because like they say, man, them Russians and their bread, it's a different story. Like
It's not just that. It's how a lot of them have earned their money as well. You got to remember, a lot of them had to cut out a lot of people to get to that position. There was I don't want to get too political in it, but there was something a lot of them had to do to get on this side of the water. You get me? So a lot of people know this history. When you start digging and you're learning about people's history, not everyone wants certain people associated with their club, bro. That's why you got to do it. That's why people say the Premier League got to do more due diligence with owners of football clubs, because you can't just be in a situation.
How do you not feel about that as well, man?
What?
Because there's all this talk about sports washing and all these things and stuff like that. I get it. Me personally, I think every club, every nationality, wherever, they're all fucked in football, man. There's no morality here. I just think it's superficial when people sit there and say oil money, because we all remember when the Premier League came in its first interception, what they tried to do and create like a cartel of English clubs. We then saw how they spoke about with Chelsea. I must admit, when American owners take over clubs, it's not that they don't get criticism, but the language around it versus like Newcastle's owners or City's owners is very, very different, man.
It's different, bro. But also, a lot of them, the way people get money is different as well, bruv. You get it? Like, it's very, very, very different. Like, obviously, you don't, I don't know how deep people want to get, but
no, man, it's a proper conversation.
It's the same as having certain people, like, you know, like when man are outside on the roads and ready to 10 and you go and you give your mum some money and whatever, and people say if you're taking money from your son, you're co-signing what he's doing on the outside. You get it? It's that type of mindset, that type of mentality. Where everyone needs the money and we need it, but if you're willing to accept the money when you need it most from blood money, more say per se, then how are you to then decide to say to somebody, yeah, you shouldn't be doing this or have moral high ground? You can't really have moral high ground, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of clubs, they don't want.
I guess
there you go, bro. So there's a lot of people don't want like certain people involved in their clubs. That's what it comes down to. Like the Premier League have got to do more to have the right people in club. But then again, who's the right person? No one knows who the right person is, because that's why a lot of these Americans, a lot of them, everyone knows how a lot of them have made their money. You know what I'm saying? You can see it. You start going to other areas of the world, you don't really know the ins and outs of how people making their money. You get it? It's a bit different. It's a bit different, and I'm including Africans in that as well. There's a lot of
everything,
people,
bro. From your
I don't
done some unethical stuff.
Yeah, I don't want people to just think I'm talking about, you know what I mean, outside. I'm talking about black people as well, but like, there's a lot of Africans that people would not want owning their. You start having a Mugabe or a Gaddafi owner of your club.
Yeah.
You get me? As much as they're there for the black people and that, trust me, them man there, they don't play about, fam. Don't think you can just have anyone owning your club. You get me?
Don't think man could handle Saka how they handle him now. All that grabbing up.
You got to check in.
It's different, bro. Like, a lot of these clubs there, and you see it as well with the clubs and the owners and the fan bases of certain clubs, and they got their ultras and stuff like that. You know, in Italy and France, the ultras own the club, bro. Don't think you can go and have a bad game and then you're not getting visits from outside of football, bro. Then man,
remember the Napoli a few years ago to back up your point.
When it Lyon, where with the guy brought all, was it Lyon? We got all, or Montpellier or something. He brought all the football players to the front of the crowd, and the whole crowd. He got a mic.
Yeah, they're talking to them,
talking to the football players in front of the whole stadium.
The Napoli ultras ran up in the training camp. I forgot that there used to be a Brazilian midfielder. He got beaten up. He tried to fight back. The rest just got like. They had a mid-season break because they were stinking up the gaff. The players tried not to go, so they burgled their houses. Then obviously when they went to this retreat thing, they broke in and smacked them up. It's a serious football, serious in them other nations. They
don't play this game. It's not about the owner. Like, you got to be careful with who is involved in your club. These men are in charge. This is not no game to them. This is their life, bro. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of these American owners are just as booky as the
fact.
The way that, like, a lot of these American,
and
owners,
it seems.
Yeah, but you got to be more specific. You got to say who, fam, and give more history on it.
Even the Kroenkes, in it. Like, I don't want to go too.
They got too much peas, man.
Like them.
But you kind of have to. You kind of have
American owners, like they come
even
from.
Like, let's be real, man. Even that.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. You got to think, why is that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, when you really deep it, it's mad, isn't it? But a lot of these like European man, how they made their money, it's different. Because we're talking like that's generational money. Do you know what I'm saying? And when it comes to generational money, we all know what certain man did in past generations. So I'm just saying, like, the way that we view like Saudi owners and Russian owners, like, these American men are not no better in it. Like, they're all the same. They're literally just all the same.
They're all billionaires, man.
It's just they could twang the media a bit.
They're not all the same. That's like saying like the road youths in London are the same as the road youths in Cornwall. Yeah. They're not all the same. They're all road youths, but they're not all the same, fam.
Yo, this guy.
Do you know what I'm saying? No, I'm being serious.
That's a fucking funny example.
They're not the same, fam. Like, they're not the same. They are all road youths, but they're not the same. It's different, bro.
It's first world versus third world, didn't it? Like, obviously, third world, you probably trace.
What you got to do to be a billionaire, certain bases in Russia on certain things, and to be able to even be spending money on Chelsea like that, you got to be on the right side of the water, bruv. You think man are gonna just let you? Putin, you have to remember, Putin don't have no There's no general election over there.
Yeah.
He just bullies it all up.
He's been president for however he goes through all them general elections. Normal. You understand? You think you're gonna let you just be spending willy-nilly on your toy football club?
Yeah.
Come on, bro. This is different. It's very, very different. You know what I'm saying?
Football is fucked, man.
So I guess to answer the original question, I think under Usmanov we would have been a lot more successful. But
now you can answer questions specifically. I've
answered questions specifically all stream. But the only thing that would have been a bit mad is we probably would have gone down a similar route to Chelsea. But then we're Arsenal, so there would have just as someone bought Chelsea, somebody would have bought Arsenal the same way that Bowley bought Chelsea. So but
it's a bit different because Arsenal already had owners that had obviously not everyone does, but there's a lot of teams that had a lot of money in the Arsenal, and we had shareholders that all had little pockets of money. So everyone, if I put in £1 million, for example, into a football player, we're all benefiting. So I need you all to put in 250 each. Do you get it? More so than me just putting £1 million. So that's why they started having power struggles, because everyone had different ideas. That's what it is. Abramovich just came in and said, "Yeah, I'll own this on my own thing." You can do that. It's just me and a couple of my people then. You know what I'm saying? Over there, we've got 4 people that got different ideas. That's why the Kroenkes had to wait until they started owning a certain amount before they
Now
started
you can do
investing
whatever the hell
heavily
you want.
into it. And they've